I don't know about this new studio thing, man.
I don't know the fact that you didn't light it up.
I thought you said you were like, oh, I got these red lights. So we're going to light it up all like red.
Yeah, I told you you're the guy that does everything, and I just have the ideas.
But
I'm the brains, you're the brawn, bud.
I bought these chairs.
Yep. We're in my house still.
I know, but I'm just trying. I'm just trying to figure out, like, we're trying to do this thing for real, and we're like, oh, let's get out of the living room. You know, it's just like so bland. We're just like sitting on a couch in the living room, and like, let's set up an actual studio. And then you're like, yeah, I have a space we can do that in, and then I got some chairs, and then you're like, yeah, I got the lighting.
You can't rely on me to get the lighting. I've fucking been broke for 5 months because of COVID. COVID-19.
Well, anyway, I guess this is episode 4. Titty Farty Dicks.
Episode dark, and you can't see our faces.
Shall we illuminate?
We shall illuminate.
Let's illuminate.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Clap out, baby. Bienvenido al episodio 4 del podcast Titty Farty Dicks. En este episodio hablaremos solo en español.
¿Qué? ¿No habla? ¿No habla español?
Welcome to episode 4 of Titty Farty Dicks. In this episode, we're going to speak nothing but Spanish.
Our vocabulary and content will be vastly...
Queso? Nacho? Nacho queso?
Is nacho Spanish?
No, it's not. That's where nachos came from.
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, and I still call them nachos.
Yeah, because they're Spanish. It's Mexican food.
Okay. Well,
Not the way you make them when you fucking put cheese on Doritos in the microwave.
that's American as fuck.
That's fuck North American nachos right there.
North American nachos.
North American nachos.
Welcome to the new studio. What do you think?
It's a fake brick wall.
I laid all those bricks myself. Every one of them.
Every last one.
Might even do some hardwood flooring.
That's actually true. Real hardwood flooring, though, not all these bricks.
Well,
that
it's
Eddy
laminate.
put together.
It's not real hardwood, but
Well, whatever. It'll be an actual floor.
it'll be an actual floor.
Because right now it's a dirty carpet.
Right now we got the dirty carpet, and it's
the dirtiest carpet I've ever seen.
Is this where we're putting this?
Oh.
So, I don't know. Episode 4. Cool. What'd you think about that last one? Kind of fucked. What do you think of the new ones? Kind of sweet. Awesome.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows, right? Like, we don't really know where it's going to go.
We never know where it's going to go, and that's the thing, because it's just about whatever's going on
In our stupid lives.
in our stupid-ass lives that nobody cares about. So, here we are.
We actually, truth be told, did a dry run in the studio a couple of days ago, and we decided to just hide that from everyone forever.
We might have to show some.
We might show a clip or two, but
We'll have to do some digging, because it was a fucking shit show.
there was no structure to the thing. And I know that there's not much structure to what we do anyway. We don't write anything down. We don't make a plan. We just sit down and do this. But
We just say, draw.
Fuck.
Oh! Who shot first?
Hold on. It's too hard to get. We need like a holster or something like that.
Like right here.
I
Or
put
like
it here because I was gonna. If Eddy said anything dumb, I was gonna be like that or something.
Yeah, well, you have your right hand facing me. That's not really fair.
Yeah.
I have to switch.
But then we're like, going like this.
Oh!
You know what I was gonna do today? I wanted to so bad. I wanted to tell Eddy, like, if you've been watching the episodes, you've obviously seen PXBXDX, which was that video that we were dressed in those chicken suits and whatnot, and same with the cowboy skit that we did. But I was gonna be like, hey man, I'm gonna dress as the pig in the episode, and then I want you to dress as the cow, and then we'll do the episode like that. And then I was gonna get you to dress like the cow, and then I was gonna go upstairs and put like a nice suit on, and then come downstairs. But then I knew once I did that, you would be like, no, I'm not wearing this cow suit if you're wearing a suit. Like, you wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't have done it for much longer than a few minutes, but if we were cow and chicken the whole time,
We will do an episode dressed in those cow and chicken outfits.
we might have to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we do have a video to show. We might do it right off the hop here because we're hopping. We did one of our rap songs was about trying to make it as a rapper, living in your mom's basement, and you're getting no love from anybody but mama. She got you.
She's the only one that supports you.
You know, thanks, Mom.
And same thing is, like, I think we keep the consistency in all our videos where we just don't plan them. And we just went over to our buddy Dave and Kyle's house and then filmed it because they had a shitty backyard.
And that's just what it would be like, because Mom would expect you to do the chores, but you're too busy working on your rap career. I ain't mowing lawns, Ma. I'm spitting bars, son.
It would be better if you rhymed that. I ain't mowing lawns.
I'm living in my mom's basement. I'm not a good rapper.
No, but I'm living in my mom's basement, man. I'm not mowing the lawns. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not a lyricist. I'm just a half-fat guy sitting in a basement with a skinnier guy. But anyway, here's the video. We'll be right back. Meow.
Got no hoes, got no car, got no pool up in my yard. Got no racks, got no stacks, and my girl, she got no ass, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Mama, she told me that I'm on my own way. If I don't wear designer clothes, no click, I ride alone. Bus ride when I drive home. Look, mama inside my door, she hold me, says okay. She told me that I'm doing my own thing, yeah. Thanks, Mama, I needed that. Bunch of tough guys, all I ever seem to see a rap. I've been on the sidelines, messing while these guys try and flexing when I'm online. Best believe I'm drawing my weapon. But this ain't Call of Duty, they want that booty call. Hear them rap about some shit, ain't even do it all. Like who done ball, gang, bang, stacks tall. Selling packs plus rap, that's all.
Watched the 8 Mile once, I was convinced shit I could rap too. Started flapping my lips, flap, 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 rap, rap. Now I'm the shit, won't stop till these groupies be sucking my tits. I'm living in my mama's basement, pressure to pay rent, but this rap shit just makes sense. Got a USB mic in GarageBand, watch a rap game, here I come crash land.
Got no hoes, got no car, got no pool up in my yard. Got no racks, got no stacks, and my girl, she got no ass, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Mama, she told me that I'm on my own way. If I don't wear designer clothes, no click, I ride alone. Bus ride when I drive home. Look, mama inside my door, she hold me, says okay. Baby, that's okay. And mama, she told me that I'm doing my own thing, yeah. I'm a big wannabe in a small city. Mama told me I should go and get a job quickie, but the rap game need me, I'm so sick of waiting on them record labels, gon' come get me.
Spit this in one night like that, fam. Mixtape fire on the cover, there's a gas can. Raps hitting harder than your stepdad's backhand. Ripping and flipping faster than your motherfucking broadband.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we about to do it. Mama always said I was God's gift to music.
Mama, where's the meatloaf? Keep me fed when I'm spitting beast mode.
Every rapper out here trying to get $1. If I was Tupac, this would be my dear mama.
I think of you and Papa in the shower that day. Glad the best part of me didn't run down your
Got no
leg.
hoes, got no car, got no pool up in my yard. Got no racks, got no stacks, and my girl, she got no ass, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Mama, she told me that I'm on my own way. If I don't wear designer clothes, no click, I ride alone. Bus ride when I drive home. Look, mama inside my door, she hold me, says okay. Baby, that's okay. And
clothes, got no car, got no pool up in my yard, got no racks, got no stacks, but my
Girl, she got
girl,
no
she got no ass, but that's okay.
You know what my favorite part about that whole thing is I haven't really like watched that video. I think I might have watched it drunk, showing a couple people a while back, but like I just realized as you started to sing what we just showed everybody and like the scene on the van. I forgot about that. It's like we're in our underwear and shit. Like
That's how we're kicking off the episode.
I just remember
nudies.
I remember when we first put that video out, I got a couple messages from people being like, okay, I was like on board with it, but what the fuck was the ending all about? And I was like, I was like, let's just get on the van and get naked and then get Kyle to hose us down.
Yeah.
But if you go back, if you want to, and watch that, so one of my best friends, Kyle, who I do Grizzly Timbers with, we've showed it before, but like, I don't know what it is with him. There's his face.
It's just not even the album cover. It's just his face.
Yeah. He would just follow my face all the time, and I'm like, can you not, like, because it was when you get like a hard spraying hose, it doesn't feel good to get shot in the face from fucking 8 feet away. So I was like trying to like not get hit, but he just kept aiming at me, and I'm like, are you just paying me back for 20 years of friendship right now? Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I think I did say to him once, I was like, can you stop spraying me in the face, please?
It made for good footage.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a fun
like when I
one to
had a
put together.
cigarette in my mouth, I was like, he sprayed me in the face. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I haven't seen that in a while either. So you guys just saw it. We haven't seen it. We might have to watch it after. Oh, we're going to have to watch it when you put this all together.
Yeah, when we edit it.
Um,
But yeah, that was the second video we ever shot. We actually have a couple ideas for some new videos that we might do, and then we have the old one that we could show you, the first one that we ever did, which has a really good story behind what was going on. When I forced you to shoot that video, you were in a wheelchair and I made you stand up on one leg for the shots. Yeah. But we'll show that next week.
that was after that one time I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
One time.
Umpteenth times. So Eddy has been, drum roll please,
Trying to lower my animal weight.
Yep. He's trying to get down to a cub size.
No, I'm trying to go from North American black bear down to, what was it? It was some type of warthog. I remember seeing it. I was like, if I could get to warthog, man, I think I would be doing pretty good.
So he's been getting his fucking, shaved bare ass out of bed at 5 o'clock. No,
5 o'clock.
That
I'm
came
waking
out
up.
wrong. I
waking
wasn't talking about his like shaved bare ass. I meant like he's.
Oh, I'm a shaved bear.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, so like I'm currently a shaved bear.
Yes. Well, you're obviously.
I'm
not
a peach fuzzed bear.
Yeah, peach fuzz bear.
My peach fuzz ass out of bed at 5 in the morning every morning for the last, I guess tomorrow will be day 10.
Yeah, and following like a meal plan, like
I've got some videos.
yeah.
Oh, do I have videos?
Of the meal plan?
No, I think they were on story, so maybe I don't have videos, but
Yeah, he's working out. I'm proud of him. I haven't been
doing ab workouts. And
I actually
I'm
stepped
getting
on the
trained by a
scale.
beast, man. This guy that I'm getting trained from, here's a picture of him. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's an absolute beast. He's a rapper. Goes by the name Mr. ESQ. Shout out Mr. ESQ. But what we're going to do is, going to try and make me look a little less like this and a little more like this.
And when you do that, I really need an actual shirtless photo of you in
Oh,
your
I've got 'em.
underwear.
I've got
And then
'em.
I want you to just try to Photoshop your body to what you want it to be like.
Oh.
Like it'll still be
Yeah.
you, and you'll still be
Yeah.
bigger, but it'll
Just with
be a six-pack.
giant arms and a tiny fucking body.
Or just post your head on the Rock's body. But I wanted to tell a funny story when you brought up Mr. ESQ there, but like I remember you had a show that you put together, and it was like a hip hop show, and Vokes and Intro we played, yeah, and didn't know any of the lyrics because we hadn't rehearsed. But I remember I had like a lot of drinks that night, and he's jacked, man, like jacked, like, and like his arms are bigger than my fucking torso. And he walked up and like, I just have this thing in me where I just think that I'm funny, I think, but I am funny. But I walked up to him and I was like, whoa, man, those are some big arms, big sexy arms, man. It's like he's not that type of guy, and I can kind of tell, like low key tell he was like, what the fuck is this kid doing? And I was just like, big
God.
buff arms, man, big buff arms. Like I just kept saying that. Oh my God, that was funny. I forgot.
Anyway,
about
I'm
that.
super lucky to have somebody like him training me, because I feel like if I was just like, I'm gonna get in shape, and I went down to the gym, I'd like, I don't know, fuck myself up somehow. I wouldn't know what to do, because like I literally show up there and he's just like, yeah, we're on the treadmill, like going for 40 minutes, and then we're off the treadmill, and then we're doing an ab workout like on the floor, and then we're on this like not a machine, but it's like a thing going
For like abs?
ab lifts or
Yeah.
leg lifts or something, and then he's like, okay, we're done. I'm like, oh sweet, okay, see you tomorrow. And like
You
know, the whole
understand
thing
that-
takes about an hour.
You understand though that he's like taking it easy on you at first, but like as it starts to go and you start to lose weight, he's gonna push you harder,
Oh man, it's gonna be
and
bad.
it's gonna suck.
It's already starting to suck. So I was gonna say that was the first time, and then
Because
as-
he knows about your leg and everything, right?
oh, I think he knows about it, but I don't think he wants to like.
And your
It's
shoulder.
like, he's not like, how's your leg doing? He's just like, okay, let's kick it up. Ding 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 ding. Okay, now we're running. Okay. So I mean,
funny.
it hurts. I'm sore, but I'm always sore. I've been in multiple car accidents. I've had multiple injuries. So being in pain all the time is natural to me.
Yeah,
So
just something that you're used to.
yeah, so I might as well be in pain for a good reason, as opposed to just fucking feeling like, oh, I made some mistakes in my youth and now I feel like shit for the rest of my life. Might as well be in pain for like, oh, okay, I'm trying to better myself, live my best life. I'm on a strict meal plan too.
Yeah, and you've been following it, man.
Holy damn. Okay, so
Although ESQ, does he watch these?
I doubt it.
Oh, okay. Well, if he
He
does,
will if you mention him, because
if he does watch this, and you have to know that this motherfucker ate probably a couple Sun Chips.
Oh man, why are you gonna throw me under the bus like that,
So
man?
yeah, he ate a couple Sun Chips.
You had a bag of Sun Chips and you left it unattended. Okay.
Did I buy the bag of Sun Chips?
I bought them for you because you wanted Sun Chips, and I went in
I
there.
don't even buy Sun Chips. What do you mean? I asked
went
for a
and
bag
bought
of
'em.
chips.
You
and
said,
you're
give
the
me a
one
bag
Sun
of chips. And I was like,
Just
if
glad you
I'm
didn't
going to
bring me
end
fucking
up
Cheetos.
accidentally stealing some of these chips in a moment
Actually,
of
I
weakness
saw it.
that I had pre-predicted.
I saw it. He got up and he tripped over that cord over there and landed on his face on the ground, and then one chip just slipped
Oh,
through his
oops.
mouth. And he, whoa, no!
Elaborated the whole thing.
It's like that scene from This Is the End when they're like they thought that Jonah Hill was going into like a diabetic thing or whatever because he had low blood sugar,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about the Milky Way bar, and he's like, just chew it up and then spit it into his mouth because he's like he's possessed by the devil, and then James Franco takes a bite and he goes. And then swallows it. He's like, "Did you just swallow it, man? Like, what are you doing?" And he's just like, "I just wanted some." Like,
Oh, it's just so good.
yeah, that was a well-written movie. I love it.
Anyway, so I'm on a strict meal plan, and I can only eat in a 7-hour window. So it's called intermittent fasting. I
Isn't
think
it an 8-hour window?
normally it should be an 8-hour window, but we're doing 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 5 o'clock, and I'm eating the same damn thing. All 3 meals.
Yeah, you're killing it, man.
Protein, rice, veggie. Protein, rice, veggie. Protein, rice, veggie.
It's just veggie, rice, veggie every meal.
Protein, rice, veggie. Yeah.
Has there been a time in that when you're like I just want a
When all you guys were having that barbecue the other day, and I was trying to stick to my guns.
yeah.
And I'm sitting there and you're all cooking up your burgers and stuff, and I'm just like, I am on a diet.
That was the time it was hard. It's not hard during the day, but I think it'll get there. I think at
Yeah.
some point I'm going to be like sitting there just like watching the clock tick, and I'll just be like, okay, when are you going to change? All right. Okay. 9:55. Okay. I'm heating it up. I'm heating it up. Okay. All right. 10 o'clock. I'm like,
Speaking of that, this is something that I really want to talk about. So I'm laying on the couch watching a podcast.
What does he hear in the background?
What do I hear in the background is him cooking in the kitchen. I always do. We live together. Then you proceed to come over, and you don't sit on the couch, but you stand beside the couch over top of me and watch the podcast with me because you're just, obviously, we watch the same podcast and stuff, and you're curious. and you eat, it's gross. It's like a cougar devouring a smaller animal, or it's not even a small child. Like, and I didn't want to say anything, but like, I don't know, that noise just gets to me, man. When people get too sloppy when they're drunk and they can't take care of themselves, it's the most disgusting thing, and I hate it. And then when people chew and they're like, but like, and then I've seen him eat before where he's like, just fucking eats so fast, and then 20 seconds later he's like burp, and then he's like, oh,
it hurts.
He's like he's pulling his shirt up, and he's like,
Oh
his
my
gut. He's
God.
like, oh, it hurts.
What
And
have
I'm
I
like,
done to
yeah,
myself?
because you fucking ate too fast, and your body's
And I'm
like,
eating too much too fast, and now all my meals are portioned. I have meal prep, so it's all like it's all a set portion, so I can't overeat.
yeah, no, you're not overeating, but you're still eating
But I'm
it
still
as
eating.
fast
I'm
as
still
you
eating, it
possibly.
sounds like.
You literally are eating that like someone says, if you don't eat this in 10 seconds, like this. Eat that in 10 seconds or you're dead. And then you're just like,
I was like, I'm up for the challenge. And they're like, holy shit.
it literally is like.
Then they have to shoot themselves in the face.
I'm gonna try as hard as I can to get it on footage so we can put it on the podcast sometime. Like set up.
I think for you it's more of like the repetition of it happening all the time. Like if you saw it once, you'd be like, yeah, you wouldn't think anything of it. But if you happen to see it a couple times every day, you'd be like, okay, there's a theme going on here.
Yeah.
This is not natural.
My ex-girlfriend used to complain to me all the time about like how much I ate. Like if I took like 4 chips and dipped them in dip and then ate the 4 chips, but you take like probably, I would safely say 35 chips into one hand, and then you scoop the whole thing out with it, and this even on your knuckles, and I'm pretty sure your hand goes like all the way into your mouth and then comes out, and it's just clean and the chips are gone. And
Yeah,
I don't even think you chew the chips.
You don't. Well, if you get it far enough down, your stomach acid starts to devour the chips.
What are those birds that just take the fish and they go just like with the necks, like pelicans or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you eating. So, at least he can only eat a certain amount, and you're gonna get. You go the other way. You know what I mean? Like, get down to the weight I'm at now, and I'll get up to the weight that you were when you started this, and then we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to do that because I want to date.
You want to date. You don't want to have to like impress people with your personality. You just want to look good.
I don't have a personality.
You want people to swipe right.
I'm not on any dating apps. Don't want to be on any dating apps.
You're not on any dating apps?
No, I had Hinge, had Tinder, had Bumble, and I got rid of them all. It was exhausting. Like having to have a conversation with somebody for 4 fucking days before you meet up, and then when you meet up with them, they go like they sit next to you, and if there's like any dead silence, which there's usually not when you're having a conversation.
Bored.
Yeah, can you be entertained? Or this one.
Entertained.
Okay, you're me. You're me, right? This was one of my dates. We're sitting on the couch watching TV, and I'm her. Are you ready? Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't act like that, but I'm telling you straight up, that timeline of how that happened was shorter than what it was actually doing. Because you could tell when someone's looking at you and you're looking forward. I could tell that she was staring at me like this for probably about 45 seconds before the first hi.
Is this how you treated her in your chat windows before she
No,
came
but
over?
no. When she said she wanted to hang out, I had therapy that day, so I had told her I was just like, I'm kind of just like in a chill mood. I had therapy today. Like I'm an honest person. I was like, I went through a lot of emotional shit. Like I just want to like relax and watch a movie. And she's like, well, let's watch a movie. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. Just so you know, though, we're just gonna like chill and have snacks and watch a movie.
Oh, and then she was
And then
doing all this.
I was just
"Hey."
like, grab some, or she was the one that wanted to have snacks. So I thought, she'll grab snacks if she wants snacks.
And then she'll eat like this.
I told her I just wanted to stay home and everything like that. And then she showed up without any snacks. And then she's like, let's go to the grocery store. And I'm like, I don't want to go out right now. Like, I'm hanging out at home, and she's like, and then she kind of got huffy and puffy about it. And I was just like, okay, this is getting off to the wrong foot. And then I put something on the TV, and then it was just like, she was just like, she was just like, I want to talk. And I'm like, what? Wait, did you not listen to what I said? Like, that was just one date. Never mind, like, oh my God. So I used to wear my dad's wedding ring on my wedding finger because I was dating my ex, and I just wanted people to think that, like, just like he's married, so I'm not going to fucking approach him. And like, and also at the same time, I was proud to wear it because it represents the failure of my parents' marriage.
Okay. It's like there's got to be something more to this story.
No, that last part was a joke. I just wanted to wear it. But anyway, match with this girl on Tinder. The first match I get, she's pretty. Like,
First match you got ever.
Yeah. I downloaded it, talked to her. I was like, do you want to go for a walk tonight? Because she lived in the area. And she's like, yeah. And it was like when COVID was not happening yet. There was no social distancing. So, and my skin didn't look like it did before. Like I was chilling. I look like I look now. I was like, I met up with her and down like 2 blocks down the road. And then the first fucking thing she says to me is she like looks at me with conviction and she goes, "You're fucking married?" And I was like, oh shit, no, I'm not. And then so like, I'm not married, but like, how the fuck do you backpedal out of that? Like I was like, oh no. I wear this on my finger. My mom gave it to me because, you know, and I told her like the whole story about how I went to my mom's house, and then she was like, don't worry about it when I die. Just take everything that's in the will, like this owl picture or this fucking thing or your dad's wedding ring or my wedding ring or all this stuff. And it's just like, oh God, you morbid fuck. But like, I was just like, I didn't know how to backpedal of it. And then the rest of the date was super weird. Like, obviously.
Because she was almost certain that you were actually married and that
yeah,
you
but
were
what
trying
kind of
to
schmuck
make
goes on a fucking date with his wedding
every
ring on?
married man on Tinder.
Just wears his wedding ring on the date.
Oh, he forgot to take it off.
What kind of married man? I guess you could block people seeing you unless you match them. I think that's actually a thing. Like, I think it's a setting, like where you can just like, no one can see your profile unless you swipe right on them. But if you swipe left, they don't ever see your profile.
Oh, I've never had it, but I thought it was like you see the profile and then you.
Yeah, like if I saw a
Swipe.
girl and I swiped left, that means no. It's like, okay, bye. She'll never see my profile. There is a setting in there to do that. So I guess there are probably.
So what, otherwise it's just the picture? You're swiping on it.
Otherwise, that person that you swipe no on, I believe, can see your picture. I don't know the schematics of this fucking app.
But what? Okay, if you don't see a picture, what are you swiping on? Their name?
No, what?
You just said that you swipe and then you get to see.
No, I'm saying, like, no one on Tinder can see that you're on Tinder unless you swipe right on them. And then once you swipe right on them, your profile will be active to see when they're swiping. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Nope.
Okay, so
How would you swipe on someone if you can't see them, is what I'm saying.
no, I'm like, I don't fucking explain. I'm explaining it to you perfectly. So
let me get this right. You swipe left, and then
that's saying no to the person.
This I understand.
I could get Tinder right now.
Okay.
Set my settings on Tinder.
All right.
To say that no one can see my profile until I say yes to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So once I swipe right on that person, then they'll be able to see my profile.
So then that gives them the opportunity to then swipe on you.
Yes, but it also gives people the opportunity that are married or in relationships to hide the fact that they're on Tinder.
That's some twisted shit.
Yeah, it is, but whatever. People cheat. I kind of wanted to mention this, like, just quickly, but, like, the response that we got from putting that video out is actually really good. There's a lot of people. I got, like, probably 6 different messages from people. Just, like there was, like, 3 messages from people saying, or 4 messages from people saying, like, you guys did the right thing by doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got 2 messages from 2 girlfriends of mine, and they're like, one of them was like, he tried to fucking touch me in an alley downtown and like all this shit. And another girl was like, he grabbed me at a club. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. So I'm glad that we did that. And I'm proud of it and I'm happy of it.
Yeah, it's amazing how many, and people have been messaging me saying, that they've been trying to get him called out for a while now, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, how is it so hard to do this? Like, one friend of mine had approached him and called him out for something that happened to one of his friends, and like apparently he was like apologizing to him because he didn't want to lose his like friendship. He was apologizing to the guy, but he had no intention to apologize to the girl. Like,
Yeah, it's just a level of womanizing that you and I are never going to understand, but we'll always protect if we can. I've never, ever in my entire life been anywhere where I've seen that kind of stuff to call it out. Like, I've never seen it in my life. I've never seen, like, a guy hit a girl, and if I did, I would step in. I don't give a shit. Like, I've never been around. I've heard stories of people being around for it, but like,
it's a cowardly thing. It's just these people are doing it behind closed doors. They're doing it. It's just like they're picking on weaker people, or what they would consider weaker people than them, and then it makes that person like feel that. It makes them feel weaker, and then you know, you can't be playing like that out here, man.
I just wish that every woman could feel safe to just come forward to like someone like you or someone like me or someone that they know they could trust and just say like, this is what's happening. So you or I could do what you did and do a bunch of research into it and look into it and contact people and be like, is this a fucking real thing? And then out it. Yeah, that's what women need, is men as allies.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, you could come to me and say something happened to you, is like, without just the way that was all constructed. Yeah. It's hard to, because like,
well, you played Sherlock fucking Holmes.
Yeah, but it was so close. Like, it was so directly connected to what I was doing, and it was too easy to put all the pieces together. Like, it's just there's too much gray area in most situations, and it's hard. So it's not as easy as just, hey, this happened, everybody fucking cancel this guy. And I'm just like, it's hard, because once that starts going in that direction, then people can manipulate it in their own ways, and it's hard to say. Yeah, hard to say. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I think just people, when something happens to you, you just need to make it known right away to
I think the fear is that nobody's going to believe them.
Yeah, and that is the fear, and the backlash and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I had the answers, I would. I felt like what we did was something that I felt like we needed to do at the time. I didn't even think we were going to do anything with it. It just turned out in such a way that I was like, yeah, let's just put this out as a thing. We didn't even put out an episode that week, because like that was the episode. I mean, we put out that episode the week after, and here we are on the next week, and you know, we're a little bit behind.
In the new studio.
What do you think?
We're gonna get a sign.
What do you think?
Behind us?
Yeah, we're trying to, you know, take a little bit further. You know, do something cool. I mean, it was fun setting it up in the living room and stuff, but then this is always set up, and we can just walk down here and just go, pow.
Yeah. Click, click, click. It's on, and we're good to go.
Click, click, pow. Draw! Oh.
Click, click, pow. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Is there anything else that you've been itching to talk about to me? Man. Any questions you have for me about anything?
A fucking bought a Beamer.
Oh yeah, I guess we haven't mentioned that.
I fucking bought a car.
Yeah.
Fucking bought myself a little whippity-doo. You know, have to get around. Might as well fucking look good, feel good, do that thing.
Whippity-doo.
Yeah, it's a whippity-doo. Whippity-doo da day.
No one ever calls it that.
I'm gonna go flaccid in my whippity-doo da day.
Flaccid is what you just said.
What's the podcast?
You said flaccid, so you're gonna be driving around with a soft dick in your Beamer. That's
who drives around with an erection?
All the time. All the bumps on the road.
You ever beat up and drive?
Oh my God. Do you want the story?
I kind of do.
Okay. Which one?
The one where you beat up and drive.
Because there's probably about if we're gonna talk about beating up.
Is there one with a story? Because really, the story would just be like, I was driving, and I was like, I could probably whip it out and beat off right now.
So never in the city. It's so
Highway driving.
I used to work in northern Alberta up in the oil sands.
Woo-hoo, lots of
So
open
like
roads.
I gotta drive like I'm going through the Rockies, through Jasper, down through like it's a 20-hour drive to get back to the Victoria Ferry on days off, right? So I'd be driving and I want to make time because I just want to get home. I hated it up there. I wanted to kill everybody that I knew up there. They were all losers. But what happened was I had a DVD player in my dash that it would go, like you could put DVDs in. So I burnt like a DVD with porn on it. And then I was just, just driving down the road.
Oh, you were watching porn and driving.
Well, I wasn't watching it, but I would go like this.
Oh, pussy. Okay, I got pussy on my mind. I got pussy on my mind. I got pussy on
And
my
like,
mind.
what am I? Oh, it was a dick shot. Fuck. Ah, there's his ass. Like it's just every time you look over, it's like the dude. Yeah, but I and then another time on the drive back up, I just stopped and slept in my truck because I was so tired. But when I woke up, I just had a fucking raging morning wood. And then I started driving and it was beautiful. Like the sun was coming
You're
up.
just bouncing it off the steering wheel and you're like, this might happen.
Yeah. It's funny how you bring up masturbation. I'm going to give you one guess and you have like 2 minutes to guess.
Uh-oh.
How many times I've masturbated today.
Oh, God.
And let me just say this.
Spin the wheel. Here we go.
will-
How many times has Steven whacked it?
I'm like
6 times. Wow. I can't believe the wheel worked.
That's true. 6 times, man.
Wow.
I'm an animal. I'm 36 and I just never I don't know, man. I got a problem. And plus I haven't washed my hands and I just high-fived you, so.
Steven's going to go wash his hands. We'll be right back. And we're back with sparkling clean cuticles. That's the side, right? Yeah, cuticles.
No, there's a side effect to the psoriasis that I have, and it's like nail pitting, so all my nails are all fucked up now. It's super weird. I don't like it. But I have an appointment. Blow that way. I have an appointment with my dermatologist. I'm just going to let that sit there for a second. Oh, your breath stinks.
I haven't brushed my teeth in a bit.
In a bit? What's a bit?
I don't know, since yesterday. Maybe the day before.
Do you have like a regimen for brushing your teeth?
I should
That's
do it.
exactly what it sounds like when he eats. I said, do you, I just bit my tongue. I said, do you have a regimen for brushing your teeth? And you said, I
What's a regiment?
like a structured thing. Like, do you wake up, brush your teeth?
I like right now it feels gross, so I would brush my teeth now. That's my regiment.
So you don't wipe after shitting. You wipe when your ass starts to get itchy.
Yeah, it starts to burn.
Have you ever had a hemorrhoid?
I have.
You have?
There's a story that goes with this. Actually, it's not a story. It's just a lifelong of sitting at the skateboard park. They say sitting on cold concrete does it, right? So I'm just gonna assume that me sitting at the skate park on cold concrete for
I sat on the skate park. I sat at the skate park.
Yeah,
concrete
but
my whole life.
I lived at the fucking skate park.
I lived at the skate park too.
Can we show one of my skateboard videos
Like, what do you mean?
before I tell you about where skateboarding led to my butthole?
Like, just show a couple clips?
Yeah, here's some clips. Whoopah!
And then now we're back, and here's some clips of me when I was like 17. Wha-pow!
You go down the
was known as one else, but I still follow for more trust me in the soul. Get out when they win, she gets in the go. But yeah, never you come out, you must never what is it. Yeah, must see me just here in the sound. I'm here, I'm in the shop. That's here, was not in South Beach. What I shall was Nichols. Well, I shit that you're in.
You see how shitty the footage is on mine.
Oh man.
It's on YouTube. It's like fisheye lens. It's like so bad, and it's just like such bad like. And we used to have this guy that filmed us, and he didn't really know how to skate. So,
But he still had to like skate after you.
yeah, so it was like it would be shaky and shit. So like sometimes we would film each other and stuff like that. But one shot I remember he goes like this, and I like 50'd this rail, like just a flat rail, and then I kickflipped off.
Then he turns the other way.
No, he goes like this, like he's like filming like this, and all of a sudden he's like filming, he's like flip, and then all of a sudden his hand is like all fucked up for some reason, like looking like this in the corner of the fucking thing. But there was no way we could edit it out. I was like,
Well,
way
that's
to
staying
go,
in
Mike!
there.
Your dumb hands in the fucking shot. That took me like 50 fucking tries.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Anyway, skateboarding was my life for a long time, and yeah, it eventually led to me moving to other cities to try and make it as a skateboarder or whatever. And then this one time I was like living in this dude's basement, some dude that I met at the skate park, because I would just up and leave. I just grabbed all my shit and moved to another city and lived in my car for a bit, got a job, and was working at a whatever breakfast food place. And then I'd go after work, I'd go to the skate park, and then I saw this guy. I was like, hey, fucking recognize you from the Victoria skate park. And he's like, yeah, man, what are you doing? I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
And then cut to you're smoking meth.
And then I was high on drugs for fucking 15, 20 years.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. So yeah, my butthole fucking had built up this little boil. I'm assuming it's a hemorrhoid because I don't know what a hemorrhoid is. I don't go to doctors for anything. So I had this big bulgy thing on my butthole, and then
Did you look at it in the mirror?
and then it hurt when I poo-pooed.
But did you look at it in the mirror?
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
spread cheek for that thing just to check it out. You know, it's kind of funky to look at. And then one day,
It's kind of funky to look at.
one day, I don't know if I like felt it pop, but it for sure popped. And there was so much blood, my socks were soaked in blood. Like all down my leg, like the inside of my sock, and then I like all up my pants. Like blood went down my leg, and then my sock right here was all bloody.
You have
From
to go
my
to the doctor,
butthole
'cause
blood.
That's like blood and shit and blood shaking in your bloodstream. That's like sepsis. Like you can get that.
I didn't get it.
You just wiped all the blood off and got back to life.
Just hop back on the horse and ride, baby.
Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I just don't get it. How you're still alive.
I don't know.
I'll never. I can't fathom it. Because like I've seen you almost die a few times, and you like run over by a car.
Yeah.
Over your chest,
Yeah.
like underneath, like underneath the
Well,
car.
like bounced off my hip and crushed this side of me.
Like medevac to the fucking nearest city.
Yeah.
You've been stabbed, obviously.
We talked about that.
I know. And then you drove drunk
Into a
at
telephone
120 kilometers per hour.
140.
140 kilometers per hour.
Cause I ain't no bitch. I ain't gonna drive slow, motherfucker.
Into a telephone pole and push the firewall of his tiny little, pardon my French, but quiff-ass car.
It was a tiny
was
little
a
car.
Yaris.
But
He pushed the firewall into his fucking knee and shattered his right femur. And they had to hammer the bone marrow out, and he was in a wheelchair for like a year.
so I'm metal from my knee to my hip here. Bionic man. So I'm not skateboarding anymore. Needless to say.
Well, you could still push
not
around,
drinking and
but
driving
it's-
anymore. Needless to
yeah.
say.
If you do, I will slap the shit out of you.
Somebody oughta.
I wonder what would happen if we fought.
Just it's the weirdest like
No, I just wonder. I think you'd probably kick my ass.
I've kicked some ass before. I'm not a fighter, by any
I'm not a
means,
fighter really either, but I've
but
kicked some ass.
I've certainly
before.
kicked some ass. So it would be a good square up. Two non-fighting folks.
I don't
in the
think
fight of the century.
I don't think that either of us would give up. That's what I think.
I think we'd give up pretty quick. We'd be like, okay. it's
No, but like
over.
all of a sudden, just take away our entire friendship.
We'd
and
have to
you,
be
like,
so mad.
Fucked my girlfriend or something, and we didn't know each other. And then I actually wouldn't even do that. I walked in on one of my exes years and years ago. I walked into our house. Well,
she wasn't your ex at the time.
No.
This is your girlfriend.
Yeah. And I walked in, and one of my friends was going down on her while they were watching World War Z. And I really,
It's just
really,
like so ingrained in your head, you know what the fucking movie was.
Here's the reason why is because I was waiting to watch World War Z with her, but I had a bunch of long shifts, and so we couldn't find the time to watch it. But I was so excited because I like zombie movies, because I really want them to make good zombie movies, you know. And so we were waiting to watch it, and I walked in, and he was going down on her, and like, there was no rage in me at all. Like I'm not a rageful person. I don't get angry.
You were just upset that she didn't wait for you to watch the movie.
Imagine. I went like
In her defense,
yeah.
she probably wasn't paying attention much to the movie.
No shit, Sherlock.
She's not going to be able to give away any spoilers for you, bud, when you
So
go
I
and
walk
watch that movie.
They don't hear me. So I walk up and I go like this and I tap her on the shoulder. And she turns up and sees. Obviously, you're gonna get freaked out if you're getting your puss eaten and you get a tap on
Somebody
the shoulder.
taps. Excuse me, miss.
Yeah. Room for one more? No. But like, I tapped her on the shoulder. She turns around, freaks out, and screams. He is like, doesn't have his pants on and he's naked. Keep in mind, this guy's got a handlebar mustache. He's a coke dealer and he has a gut like out to fucking here.
My kind of guy.
He's just, and that's why he was going down on her, because he dealt coke and she was a cokehead at the time. But so
What, she was getting her pussy eaten for coke?
maybe, I don't know. I don't know what
Seems
it
like
was.
a good-
She was probably just running as fast away from me as she could, because I wasn't mentally capable of being in a relationship at that time. But anyway,
Because you cared more about zombie movies than the relationship.
I'm a good partner. I've always been a good partner. I'm a romantic.
She was like, you know what? I was saving this movie for him, but you could eat my pussy while we watch it together.
Okay, apparently I was dating somebody from the South, but I doubt it. Couldn't think of an actor with a Southern accent fast enough. So I tapped her on the shoulder and I said, and I quote, "At least now I know for a fact you're a fucking whore." And I turned around and I walked out, packed my truck, and drove away. And that was it.
Never again.
Never again. It's the final lick that broke the... I don't know where I was going with that. You know, like the straw that broke the camel's back. But yeah, man, relationship stories, that'd be funny.
I could just imagine right as she sees your face and realizes what's happening, that's when she orgasmed.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. So what I did, this is the funniest part, is I got out, went stay with my friend, and I sat down, and I believe, to be completely honest with you, I watched World War Z 4 times in one night to fight against the fact that I would never watch that movie because of what I just went through. I'm a finicky motherfucker, and I love that movie now, and it doesn't remind me of that, and I did that on purpose. Also,
Feel like it would remind you of that.
I also want to point one thing out, that as an adult, I've never shit myself because you called me out and you're like, "You've shit yourself," and I was like, "No." And I've also never peed the bed.
Don't believe that either.
Fuck you. I haven't. I was looking at you because I've seen you pee the bed.
Every single time I get blackout drunk,
You pee the bed.
pee wherever I am. Doesn't matter where I am. I'm gonna be on the floor. It doesn't. I don't have to be in bed. You know what's funny though is after that podcast we had, that
The one
last one,
the one that we're not going to release.
that was actually the last time I drank. Was
What happened in that podcast is what he's talking about. We're not going to release it because it was just all over the place. There
oh
was
no, I'm talking about the one before that.
Oh.
Because I didn't drink that night. That was you. You got too drunk for that one. But the podcast that we had the bad day and we had that really intense.
Oh,
podcast.
the one we were talking about your dick.
And then that night, after my
Somebody
day,
asked me that, they're like, "Is Eddie high in that?" I was like, "No, he's drunk.
He's drunk. Yeah, I got drunk near the end.
He's having a really bad day."
So, yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of other stuff on top of that shit. So, I dealt with it in my own way, which was just drink my face off. And then this guy is trying to deal with me, and I'm trying to pack up all the podcast stuff. And he's like, I'm putting him into my car, and he's like, just leave it inside. Like, you don't need to put it in your car. I'm putting it in my car. Fuck you.
I don't live in a dangerous neighborhood, but I do live in a neighborhood where people will break into cars.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing? He's all blackout fucking drunk. And I was like, dude, why are you putting it in your cars? I don't need my car. And I was like, he was that drunk. And if you remember earlier in this episode, I said one of the major things that I hate in life is sloppy drunk people. And he was sloppy as fuck. And if you remember the story that we just told where he drove into a telephone pole at 140 kilometers an hour, I was with him before he left that party, and I asked for his keys, and he said I would never drive drunk. So I will never let him near a car or keys when he's drunk again.
That's a good friend, folks.
So I asked him for his keys in my front yard, and I don't think that you could guess what he did, but he went, here, and threw them into the fucking bushes. The way that I was is right when he threw them, I went like my ear. I was like, "Where do they land?" And I heard, and I said, "And I don't, do you remember any of this?" I looked at you and I went, "Get the fuck inside!" I was so fucking angry, and I had to like pretty much almost carry him inside. And Eddie's not light, so. And then I put him in my bed, not thinking about the fact that anytime he's ever been drunk like this, he's gonna piss himself. Thank you. The Lord, he didn't piss on my fucking $5,000 mattress.
I have no idea what happened because I woke up and I had to pee real bad.
Oh God!
And I had a long pee when I woke up, but something happened.
Oh man!
Something was blessing you. Something was blessing you in that moment.
I think it was the fact that I took care of you, man.
Yeah, something put a little clothespin on the tip of that dick.
My roommate, our other roommate, came home with 2 girls, and she was really shittered, and they didn't like me because they had woken me up, but I got out of my bed and then came outside because they were being loud and just like threw some clothes on, and I was like, and then they started talking about like the furniture I build in my house and everything, and we were just having a discussion, and I had a couple drinks with them, but if you wake me up like that, I get grumpy, like not shitty, but I'm like, So both girls that were like, I didn't know them, they didn't like me, but then my roommate got shittered and started throwing up, and I like held her hair and took care of her and like took her to her bed and put her in her bed and got her water and everything like that. And then I remember talking later to one of the girls, and she was like, we didn't like you, but then we saw how you took care of her, and like, you're a nice guy. And I'm like, yeah, that usually seems to be the case when most people meet me. They're like, oh, you're a fucking prick. And then all of a sudden they're like, get to know me. And you're like, oh, actually, you're not a prick at all.
Wait a second. Is this what I think it is? Was that who I think you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
The first night I met her.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. She didn't like me.
No, because who would?
Fuck you.
But that's wild to think. Okay, so like, yeah, cool.
Speaking of pissing, I'm gonna piss on this fucking chair.
You should piss on that chair in a second, but let's talk about how that's been progressing, because
what's been progressing?
How the girl who thought you were a dick,
Me,
asshole, piece of shit, and then what? You've been what? She's hung out at the house a couple times.
Did you almost say 1,000?
A couple times.
Oh, yeah, we've hung out a couple times. We went out for dinner the other night and hung out, and then went to the beach, and then she came over and we hung out.
Cool. That's rad.
Yeah, no, I'm having fun hanging out with her.
That's super dope. She's gorgeous.
It's kind of, yes, she is. She's a Colombian princess.
Paisa goddess.
Mm-hmm.
So they say in Colombia, in Medellin.
But yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Taking it chill.
But you're trying to learn Spanish. I've been seeing you doing a whole lot of Spanish learnings. Wow.
I've always wanted to learn Spanish. That's all I was going to say. So it's a nice excuse to try and impress somebody that you like spending time with.
Yeah. Just like how I'm always trying to impress you by trying to maintain that
by not
that bear
pissing
weight
in my bed.
Yeah, I'm not pissing in your bed, but I've had to let you down because I'm gonna shred that fucking bear pounds.
Yeah, do it.
On my bare back.
We'll get into shape.
Yeah.
And then whenever COVID's over, we'll go on a trip somewhere nice and warm.
So I think what's super cool is he's been learning Spanish. You've been learning Spanish. See, yeah, I can see that you've been learning Spanish. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm cruising with my buddy, and I was talking to him about that, and he was like, because I already knew that he was locked down in COVID in Medellin, so he was stuck down there, and then he was down there for several months, and then he finally was able to get back to Canada, but he has a girlfriend down there, and then he's like, oh man, we should text her and ask her what she would want to be,
because Spanish differs so much.
Yeah.
Like Spaniard or Spain or Mexico
Yeah.
or Colombia or
Yeah.
anywhere. Like the lingo is different.
Yeah.
and
So
stuff.
like, how would you want to be talked to in Spanish? And so he was texting it to Colombia, and I guess it wasn't really like he wasn't be able to get through what he was trying to say. So
Yeah.
he ended up calling his girlfriend in Colombia.
Colombia.
In Colombia.
Well, no, you sound like Batman there.
Where's Rachel?
Where's Colombia?
Where's Colombia?
And it ended up calling Colombia.
Yeah. So we called her, and she's on speakerphone, and I'm in the background being like, "Hey, this would mean everything to him. Like, let's try and tell her."
I really wanted to impress her.
Yeah.
Because I met her, and I was like, you know, when you meet somebody and you have you feel a strong connection with them, and you're like, holy shit, like I either just met like one of my best friends, or I either just met somebody who I'm going to date.
Yeah, because you just end up in the friend zone so much. You just
I
you
friend
just
zone
expect
myself all the time.
You just expect that now. You're just like, yeah, this could really turn out to be a really good friendship if she doesn't want to fuck me.
Not fuck. Why
Well,
does it have to be fuck?
I don't
I'm not
know.
a fuck boy.
Yeah, you know.
I'm looking for companion. Apparently is the word companionship. I'm looking for
that
somebody
must
to
be
love
Spanish. Companion.
Me. Compagnon. Flamenco.
Flamenco.
Flamenco. All right. Well.
But did it work?
Yes, she was impressed when we learned by Paisa.
Yeah, that's because my buddy Clay, he was like, oh yeah, he's gotta say paisa, because that's something that only like people down there know.
Yeah, in that region.
Yeah, in that region know, and it's like,
that's what she
so
said.
So he calls her and he's like, okay, I need you to just in Spanish text back to me something that you would want a guy to say to you in Spanish, but like just say that like you're the most beautiful paisa woman of the land or something. And she wrote back whatever she wrote, and how did it like?
Sure, she was.
What did you think of what you obviously had no idea what it said. But.
Well, I did know like a portion of it, like probably I would say like half of what it was. I was like I could make out because I've been learning, but the other half I didn't. So I went word for word through Google Translate to figure out what the words were, and Paisa just came back Paisa. So I was like okay, and then I was like, but everything else was like. I think it said like there are a lot of beautiful women in Colombia, but I don't think there is anybody as beautiful as you.
Something like that.
And then something about Paisa and something else, and then I was like, and then I sent it to her, and she's like, "How the hell do you know that?" Like full on, because like her English.
I've just been doing some mighty fine research in there.
Because apparently I'm doing some research
I'm
online.
just gonna try it. I'm gonna learn
Paisa.
that.
Oh, I found it on Reddit.
Yeah. Slide it.
Oh man, it was fuck yeah.
But like, how romantic is that to like literally call the country that she's from to get a woman from down there to tell us what she would want to be said to her?
I'm pretty sure that like I am a very romantic person. I always have been. Yeah. When I almost died in the hospital, I ended up having a conversation with one of like my oldest friends who I dated for 6 years. We moved here together. Like when we first met, she was my girlfriend. And I asked her, I said, like we were just talking when I was in the hospital. I was talking to everybody I could because I didn't know what was going on. And I said to her, I was like, what was your, like, what do you remember about dating me? And she said, I remember that you taught me how a man should treat a woman.
Whoa.
So.
Well, got to take some lessons
except for when you tap your ex-girlfriend on the shoulder when she's getting head and you say you call her a whore.
Is it called head?
Either way,
I've
what
always
is
called
it
it
called?
face.
Oh, it's called face.
I'd yeah, give her face.
She wasn't getting face. She was getting a handlebar mustache. Though, that's for sure. Oh man, I want to so bad, and I know you won't let me do it, but I want to put a picture of him up there.
Can't.
What he looks like?
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
If I could find it, I think they're probably deep on my Instagram because he.
We'll blur out his eyes so that it won't give.
No, we'll blur out one eye. Fucking loser.
Use your
You
imagination.
guy's a loser. He had like 6 kids with like 4 different women, and he paid like $7,000 a month in child support. It was insane. The guy
Guess
was
you have to be working up north for that.
the guy's a fucking loser, man. Hey, have you ever heard of I don't know, condom? Like, what the fuck?
What accent is that?
The kind of fucking accent that tells people to put condoms on. So,
Hey, folks. I'm Ricky the Rubber.
oh, I thought you were like Mickey Mouse was telling people to wear condoms.
Hey, folks, I'm Ricky the Rubber, and I'm telling you to stay safe out there because, oh boy.
I'm Ricky the Rubber. Put me on your dick. Don't forget to squeeze my reservoir. Make sure that if I break, you have it safe.
Yeah.
I wish we were cartoonists. Draw. Fuck.
Back from the dead, bitch.
Oh! He could do an effect right there where it's just jizz coming out the other side of my head. Don't do that. That'll
Fine.
take too long. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck right now. I was kind of like dancing around the subject because I don't know what I should say and what I shouldn't say, but you've been my friend for like 15 years. And I really like her. So like, but I'm kind of scared because I've been so closed off, and the past year of my life has been so bad. Like, I've gone to hell and back through everything from I fractured my ribs. I fell like 12 feet, fractured my ribs, got 12 staples in my head. After that, my skin started acting up, and the erythrodermic psoriasis shit. If you've been keeping shit, if not, go back a couple episodes. But like, I ended up in the hospital. I thought I was going to die. It was just hell on earth. And then on top of that, there was so many different things, like my financial status and this whole COVID bullshit. Everything, I went into debt for that, which is a lot of people are suffering from that too. And I had to get serious. But like, all of a sudden now, like, I'm going to legitimately tell you this. And I think I've already told you this, but I'm just going to tell you it again for people watching. But like, I got invited to the lake by those girls the other day, and I was like, yeah. And I haven't. I love.
Yeah. I'll come.
I love swimming, and I was like, I'm scared to be in the sun because apparently a sunburn can trigger flare-ups. But I found out the other day I was in the sun for hours and I was okay, and I was like, I was so happy. But I got to the lake, and I remember I met up with them.
It just goes full force again.
I wouldn't be on this
man.
podcast right now. I will kill myself if that happens again.
These
Take me for that.
aren't real,
No, they're replicas of a Peacemakers back. Those are the guns that won
but
the
they
West.
feel fucking fantastic.
Yeah, because it's just the barrels welded. Anyway, I got to the lake, and they waved at me, and I was like, oh, hey, there you are. Because they just said, the right side of the lake, and I just don't know where you are.
Was there tons of people there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, must have been busy.
There
It was
was
so hot.
no social distancing. Like, the beach was full.
It was an orgy.
Yeah, well, I think I saw a finger in someone, but I don't know if it might have been something else.
Just an itch. Just
So I'm
an itch.
walking, see them, wave, take my headphones off, take my backpack off, take my shirt off, and I said I'll be back because I want to jump in the water. I've been a water baby my whole life. I used to swim almost every single day that I could because I love it. I love that feeling. And I dove in the water, and the minute I hit the water, I shit you not, I started crying. Like, because I was just like sheer happiness that I have my fucking life back, that I can walk again,
That's beautiful.
but I had to swim like 40 feet out so they didn't see me cry.
Where is he going?
Just out there crying.
Just treading water backwards.
No, but it was so happy, and it made me happy, and then hanging out, and I had such a nice time. And then afterwards we drove back downtown and got a meal out at a restaurant, and it was like just with all the COVID stuff and with my life and everything and just not like just like I talked about for 2 fucking years sitting on my couch depressed, like it's making me feel good. And in the midst of all that, I'm not tied to anything. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not doing anything. I meet somebody who I'm like, wow, like it's an undeniable connection.
And you met in such a pure way that's so rare these days, where you legitimately did something like admirable and she like was impressed by you, and that's just like such a natural way to meet that just doesn't happen these days. I feel like everything's online.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's when we started to talk the next time we hung out, and I'm open. Like I do not ever, like, you know those movies where it's like people are together and then they're apart for 7 years. They see a bunch of other people and they get back together 7 years later. And they're like, I loved you the whole time. I've loved you the whole time too. It's like, well, why the fuck didn't you say something in the beginning? Why the fuck did you just waste 7 years of your life fucking other people when you guys could have been fucking together for 7 years? Like, so I don't shy away from anything. I don't. So I just said to her right away, because I'm having strong
I love you.
No, I didn't do that.
Just kidding.
Not gonna let you get away. Get back here. No, I just said to her, I was just like, do you feel like what I feel like? I like that we have a connection. And she's like, and she said to me, she's like, I feel like I met a best friend. And I was like, and that's a good thing too, but also friend zone, but it's also okay. But I don't know. I don't know how to navigate it because I haven't had like, it wasn't like I was in the hospital shedding and burning alive thinking I'm going to fucking date. You know what I mean? Like
dating was the furthest thing, but you're like, I will never date again.
I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
I was fucking terrified. And then now that like I have my life back, I'm starting to piece it back together. I'm going back to work and it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. So like, you know, like you've been my friend for a long time and like, I know that you might not be good with emotional things, but like, what do I do? Just, I think I should just take it slow and take it easy. And just yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what I'm going to do.
Because what's time? Time doesn't matter. That's what you're saying. Oh, why did you waste 7 years? It's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Now,
well, 7 years does matter.
Not after it's over. once 7 years is up, and you're back together or whatever. But you were saying
that's
about the notebook.
That's what I'm saying that for is like I could die a month from now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like life is finite, so like I could I hate to get philosophical or get serious, but like I could step outside my front door tomorrow and get fucking mucked by a car and die, and then it would be like, hey, I didn't say, hey. Are you feeling the same feelings that I'm feeling? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I say that shit. Yeah. That's why I don't fuck around and waste my time. That's why when somebody's acting like an asshole, I'm like, I don't like you. Fuck off.
Could you imagine if somebody got fucking nailed outside of our place at fucking 30? Like the speed limit's like 30.
Dude, some fucking asshole cunts drive so fast down this road and blow that. I've seen somebody blow that stop sign probably a dozen times in a year.
Same car?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wish it was the same car.
Yeah. I thought you were just saying there's this some asshole. Anyway. Well, that's it. Episode 4. Titty Farty Ding Dongs.
That's not the name of the podcast. So what's the general consensus of this podcast? If we're just going to end it on that, I think we should end it a little stronger.
Okay, let's end it a little stronger. Let's do this. Okay, this is the ending.
So you give me one.
Okay.
Right now.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here at Titty Farty Dicks, where if you have tits, or you have a dick, or you fart, this show is for you. Signing off.
That's yours? Okay, mine's. I've been Steven. He's been Eddy. I am Steven. He is Eddy. Bye?
Question mark?
All right, give me one more.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. If you liked it so far, why don't you hit that like and subscribe button?
Oh shit!
And don't forget to hit the bell icon because then you'll get all those juicy notifications that you need.
Oh my god!
To know when we are pumping out the goods. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to follow Titty Farty Clips, where we break shit down so that you can digest them in smaller chunks and share the funny bits of our show. And this is Steven, and I'm Eddie, otherwise known as Vokes and Intro, and we are done, son.
I'll be good with that. It was kind of weird because you started off, and then all of a sudden you got like super like urban at the end of it.
Oh.
Like you changed voices.
Okay.
Now I want you to do it in an Australian accent.
I don't have it as good
Just
as you.
try
Maybe
it.
you have to try it.
Just try it.
No, I just did one. It's your turn. I'm not good at accents. I can
Neither
like
am I.
mimic stuff pretty good, but not accents for some reason.
I wish I knew how to say it in Spanish.
Anyway,
I've been learning so much.
I'm
lately.
sure we're already done. So,
Maybe.
bye-bye.
Bye, Deb.